Hello friends, enemies, and strangers who I've probably never seen before. My name is Blay, and today I shall be reviewing the Bandai 8-inch Destroyah! This figure was released in 1999, around the same time as Godzilla vs. Destroyah, and he's pretty good. I like him a lot. His face looks super, well, Destroyahy. Very good. Details out, honestly, really nice on him. The teeth are actually all individually sculpted, though I'm honestly not sure if they actually painted all of them or if it's just because this figure is, you know, like almost 30 years old now. Yeah, no, actually I think they did paint them all individually. That's nice. They didn't really paint the inside of his mouth though. His tongue is just whatever that color is. It's like black and red. So, eyes are gold and kind of look like honeycomb a little bit because they've got like the little cracks or whatever, which is cool. Horn isn't painted all the way. You can see like at the end here, it's kind of not, but I think that's accurate. Got the big golden chest cavity thing, which, if you know, there was a deleted scene where he was actually going to shoot like a big laser out of it, but that ended up not happening, sadly. Claws are kind of like light yellowish, almost a sand color. Pretty nice. You got some like red spikes on his back. One thing that you can see that also that like there's a bit of red here. It doesn't really quite line up with the neck as well as it should. But that's alright. There's a bit more red around here, around his demonic PP. Legs look good, very thick. Not all the spikes on the legs are painted though. You can see like these ones, they were just like, yeah, whatever, we don't need to paint those. You're looking at these ones, the ones on his little footsies and his knees. Destroyah's legs are pretty cool though. I gotta say, I love how spiky and big they are, I guess. Back I have a little bit of issues with, and it's mostly just the wings, because like if you want like folded up, they look fine, but you know, when you pull him out, yeah, he looks like that. I don't really imagine he can fly very well like this. Back has this nice red highlight going all the way down, except for the second part of the tail, which like they put like a very little bit there, but not as much as they should have, which bothers me a little bit. But you know, we're not really looking at the back of the figure as much, I guess. You're more looking at the imposing front, but still, it could have done a little more red there. But still, even, you know, with maybe not the paint being perfect, this figure just looks really good. The detail is amazing, and the paint that is on here really does pop, and it's enough to where you're just like not gonna care because the important bits are painted, basically. Like I said, like the spikes on the legs and everything, it's the big spikes that we're seeing. We're not really focusing on like the little tiny ones here that probably most of you didn't even know existed. At this point, I'm just being a picky little bitch boy about the paint and everything. So let's move on to the articulation. He has quite a lot. The head does a nice little 360 there. His arms can they do a 360? I mean, kind of. They scrape against the body a little bit, so I guess be careful of that. The legs are gonna bump right into the arms, so can't quite. They also bump into like the tail actually, so can't quite do that. But I mean, like, really though, I don't know why you would need to make his legs do a full 360. I mean, like, what are you gonna accomplish with that? Like, yay, his feet are up by his head. Wonderful. It's no big deal. They move enough that you need them to. You know, you can get him to walk, you can get him to kick, you know, that's enough. His wings can do a little flappy flap, which is quite nice. I'm taking flight. The base of the tail, the base of the tail was glued originally, but I kind of just kept turning it when I was fidgeting with it. Fidgeting. God, why am I having trouble with that word? Fidgeting with the figure, and I was like, can I get the glue seal broken without breaking the figure? And I did, and now it can turn, but I don't necessarily recommend doing that. Oh, and the tail almost popped out when I was doing that. That's okay. But then the end of the tail, no glue or anything, that just moves. So, that's nice. I guess we'll do some size comparison now. So, weirdly enough, I have like every figure in this line, which I didn't even really mean to get. Except for the theater exclusive Burning Godzilla, I don't have that, but I've got like everything in the baseline, so I guess start with Godzilla Jr. He should have been probably a lot smaller. Like, I think he would have been closer to like around here from what I remember. Because like Destroyah picks him up at one point. Here he is compared to the aggregate Destroyah, which, I mean, they were never really together because, you know, they're one and the same. But I guess this is more just an excuse to show off how awesome aggregate Destroyah is. He's so cool. Yeah, I can't wait to do a review on him. And here he is compared to the Burning Godzilla from that line. And this is not quite accurate. Godzilla was way shorter. He was like closer to around here. Destroyah was a big motherfucker. And I feel like they should have maybe made this figure a little bit taller. He would have probably been a little more expensive for, you know, all the kids buying it, but it would have been worth it. It would have been cool. He probably would be a lot rarer now. That's a word, right? Rarer? More rare is probably the proper term, but who cares about proper terms? Godzilla's eye level should not be higher than Destroyah. That's not right. Honestly, he goes better with 6-inch Burning Godzillas. This is the only one I have, is this stupid fusion figure. Yeah, but like, this is way more accurate. This looks like how he did in the movie. He maybe should have been a little bit bigger, but yeah. I want to get the regular version of this guy, but I don't have that right now. I just have this. Seriously, they could have gone with any color, and they're like, let's make him gray and like have this ugly dried blood color for the burning bits. That's super cool. Off the bed. Off the bed. And because I know all of you wanted to see it, here he is compared to the Burning Godzilla finger puppet.
You're so small, I could just step on you, and it would be all of... Ow! My demonic balls of fury! Do you have any idea how many demonic sperm cells you've just murdered?
Oh, come on, dude. Who was gonna let you impregnate them with those anyways, huh? Chaos Witch Quailag? So yeah, he's a pretty nice figure. I don't know if he's like the best Destroyah ever made, but he's a really good one. I'm not sure how much he goes for on eBay, but if you find, I got him for like $30 at G-Fest a few years back. Actually, like 5 years ago now, Jesus Christ. I'd say get him for around $30 to $45, I'd say is a good price. If you want him with the tag, he's probably gonna be more expensive, but again, go on a Japanese site, I think. Mandarake or Bai will probably find you a decent deal on him. But yeah, too much above that one I wouldn't. But he's pretty nice. Whether or not you agree with me on him being a nice figure, the one thing that we can both agree upon is that this was definitely a video. Bye bye.